The story of Exodus begins with laborers being starved of materials that they need for construction of bricks for building houses for Pharaoh. Now, Israel has a superfluity of materials for building the house of the Lord. The materials largely come from the spoiling of the Egyptians, and probably also from trade with the Midianites and other peoples in the wilderness, perhaps also from victory over the Amalekites. We should bear in mind that the Israelites had been involved in construction as slaves in Egypt, one of the most materially and technologically advanced societies of their day, so they probably had a lot of expertise to bring to the project. We don't know how exactly everything was constructed. The details we are given aren't sufficient to determine. Moses seems to have had both verbal instructions and a vision of how things were to appear. And he's assisted by two particular persons. Bezalel, the son of Uri, son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah. He's presumably the grandson of Hur, the Judahite, who led the people alongside Aaron. He is filled with the Spirit of God, perhaps similar to Joseph in Genesis chapter 41. This reminiscent of breathing into man the breath of life in the original creation. And Bezalel is given a helper, a Aholiab. Maybe we can see some significance in their names. Bezalel means shadow of God. Son of Uri, Lord is my light, or fiery, or light of Yahweh. Light and shadow. The tabernacle is the protecting shadow of God in which Israel can take refuge. Aholiab means father's tent. Both names reveal something about the meaning of the tabernacle. Bezalel and Aholiab are not architects. Moses is the one who receives and reveals the plans from the Lord, and Bezalel and Aholiab are the helpers or the sons given to him to perform the building, Aholiab being the assistant to Bezalel. So we have the source of the plans, God, the prophet revealing the plans, Moses, the master builder, Bezalel, and the helper or helpers of the master builder, Aholiab, and the others. Later on in Scripture, God gives the plans of the temple to David. David is the prophet who reveals the plans to Solomon. Solomon is the chief temple builder. Hiram is the one who works under Solomon's direction. In the New Covenant, we see that God the Father is the one who establishes the new temple. The Son is the one who reveals the plans. The Spirit is the one who orchestrates the building. And people like the Apostle Paul and others are the ones who work under the Spirit's direction. We should remember that the Apostle Paul's profession was that of a tent maker. The other thing to think about here is that the building of the tabernacle is at the same time the formation of a people. Why does a book about the deliverance and foundation of a nation give so much attention to the building of a sacred tent? Jonathan Sacks has suggested that a people formed of newly liberated distinct tribes, surrounded by a large mixed multitude, would be in considerable danger of division, as they do not yet have a clear unity. They are always in danger of being reduced to an undifferentiated mob, as we see in the Golden Calf event, or separating from each other and going their own separate ways. The unification of the people in the Sinai event, and in the construction of the tabernacle that arises from and perpetuates the meaning of this event, is a crucial part of the movement of the people from slaves to a new nation. The tabernacle and its building is a symbolic way of founding the continued life of Israel upon the event of Sinai. Furthermore, the tabernacle is the divine palace at the heart of the people, around which the people are gathered under the rule of the Lord. This is a crucial part of the nation building. It's a victory building pattern, as we've seen elsewhere. The Lord has vanquished his enemies, he's delivered his people, he's established a new political order, and now, having established his unrivaled kingship, he builds his palace in their midst.